It's Wednesday, October 4th. You're listening to Your Florida Daily. I'm Katrina Scales. An 11-year-old boy, police say, grabbed his mother's gun and shot two other children, is now charged with attempted murder. This happened Monday night following a local Pop Warner football practice in Apopka. Surveillance video shows the boy running to his mother's car in a rec center parking lot where he was chased by a 13-year-old boy. After grabbing a gun from his mother's car, the boy can then be seen running back out and firing one round. Police say the 13-year-old boy who was chasing him and another 13-year-old were struck by the bullet as they tried to run away. According to an arrest report, some witnesses said the three boys had been fighting over a bag of chips. Others said the 11-year-old shooter was being bullied. The shooter's mother explained to police she had told her son never to touch the firearm in her car. The 11-year-old boy has been booked in the Juvenile Assessment Center, and the sheriff says he may not be the only one facing charges.
For all the parents out there, you have a firearm in your car or a firearm in your house, you have a responsibility to make sure that that firearm is secure and not accessible to our youth, because it only takes one bad decision in a split second to ruin their lives.
A cloud of Canadian wildfire smoke has been smothering most of the Sunshine State in milky white haze. Much of Florida was in the unhealthy range for air quality yesterday, but forecasters say conditions are expected to improve throughout the day for central and southern parts of the state. Satellite imagery from the National Weather Service shows the smoke originated in British Columbia and traveled thousands of miles to eastern Canada by circulating winds and then was dragged southward by the remnants of Ophelia as the storm petered out in the Atlantic Ocean. Haze could linger across the northern half of Florida through the rest of the week. And a man from the Villages is facing a year in prison after allegedly stockpiling erectile dysfunction medications. Federal prosecutors say 77-year-old Reginald Kinser had more than $1,800 in erectile dysfunction drugs sent to him, which he got without a prescription from a licensed doctor. The Justice Department says Kinser planned to distribute the drugs locally and outside of Florida. According to the charging document, the drugs were found during a search of Kinser's home by the Department of Homeland Security while executing a search warrant back in 2018. But it's not clear why Kinser is facing these drug-related charges now. He could face up to a year in federal prison and a fine up to $10,000 if found guilty. A trial is expected to happen next month. Find these top stories along with breaking news, weather, and traffic all day on clickorlando.com. And now, a completely random Florida fact. In the early 1900s, Kissimmee became known as the cow capital of Florida. It was the result of a national marketing campaign. By the 1920s, the Partons and Whaleys introduced the purebred Brahmin cattle to Osceola County as a way to expand their own business and put Kissimmee on the map. The county even continues to recognize Rodeo Day, giving kids a day off from school to celebrate the city's rancher heritage. Your Florida Daily is produced by News 6 WKMG in Orlando. I'm Katrina Scales. Subscribe for new episodes wherever you like to listen.